Ladies and gentlemen, Umphrey's time. I was so disappointed that they couldn't come through Baltimore this year. I was ready. I was psyched. I had just had my lesson with Jake, all these many months ago. I was getting psyched, and then the rug got pulled out. But I'm playing a gig it's tomorrow, actually. It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow at 5 p.m., Sunday at 5 p.m., with my cousin JC's band, Moody Moose, to benefit the 8x10, the Baltimore Stalwart, the venue where we've all seen so many shows. And on the list is an Umphrey's tune. So we get just a little sprinkle, a little fun. Now, this is a song I haven't learned yet. I'm actually learning it right now, and then I'm going to rehearsal right after this because it's very hard to schedule anything these days. So let's hope it's not bananas. So this is Slacker, and this is what the guitar player and singer McGee gave me. He goes, I'm going to play Bayless's part, you take after Jake's part. The one fast lick after the verse sounds unison to me. Okay, so we're looking for a fast lick after the verse. We'll just go into a free-form jam. Okay. Then we'll land back on the verse. Okay. The ending chromatic lick is interesting. I've listened to a few different versions. I can't find any rhyme or reason or how they move it around. It seems to me they always start at the same spot and then kind of move the chromatic pattern wherever. All right, so we'll try to find what he's talking about, but clearly this is something we're going to figure out at rehearsal. Then he goes, I can't remember if we decided to do the outro jam solo part or cut it. If we do, then you'll take the solo over it and we'll play the G-F-E-F progression. Then we'll end on the ascending pull-off riff back into the chromatic part to finish. Okay. This sounds like directions for an Umphrey song. Here we go. Brace for impact. Brace for impact.
From the most, though the same was offered to everybody else. I mean, what could you blame the Lord to this with just being representative of the Midwest? So if I always
hear that bass, that boom, 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 boom. All right, let's go a little more, and then we'll go back and we'll get that intro.
manage to show up just a little late, and no matter how hard I try, I never seem to make it there on time. But it's all too hard, it seems. Maybe we're just a little too much. In the end, here I must confess, we've yet to ever give you our best yet. Well, I've made my choice, you know, if it's a stereotype.
This band, man, this band. All right. Let's go back. There's so much happening. So, no, let's just do it. I'm hunting for Jake's part, but you kind of got to get as much as you can here. Let's see. So, your basic is G, right? Right? Jake, G7, sussing on a C. It sounds like an inverted power chord. It sounds like this. Right? Like you're doing 6 flat 7 root. Walking chromatically up to the root here. But it sounds like there's a 5th in the bass. And then it goes that. Something like that. So you don't finish that last time. Bayless pulls off, and I just go like a minor pentatonic riff, and now we're into it. Now that part in there, you're playing off the 4 and the flat 7. So he's going, and it sounds like Jake is behind him, just going, just kind of staggered, like just the next phrasing part.
Tried to do the right thing, but in the end my results were just a little split off center from the most. Though the same was offered to everybody else, I mean, what could you blame me for? To this with just being representative of the Midwest. So if I always manage to show up just a little late, and no matter how hard I try.
Yeah, that. Something real picky in there Jake's doing. It's cool, and it's not every time.
Manage to show up just a little late, and no matter how hard I try.
Something like that. We'll have fun with it.
Make it there on time, but it's
Bass runs in between are killing it. Killing it. I love it.
In the end, here I must confess, we've yet to ever give you our best yet. We've yet to ever give you our best yet.
Yeah. Power of video. Yeah. So you're pulling off from the flat 7. Flat 7, 6, 5, 4, then hammer on flat 3 to 3 to your root. And then the second time go over to the root. Yeah, maybe it's just a hammer on it.
Best yet.
Jump. But bone to battle but. Ah. Is that really the bass part? Right into it. All right.
Best. We've yet to ever give you our best yet.
Then similar G minor lick, but up an octave. This is gonna be squirrely. We're gonna have to put this together today with the band.
I've made my choice. Should know if it's just stereotype. There's a little more that I should mention. It's got something to do with my best intentions, and yet I've always done everything that they asked of me. I never questioned if it was right. I'm simply going along with some kind of fucked up life, and then till I met with my challenge, that's when you labeled me. No, you never thought about the implications. All your words attach so deep to my dedication, and so this slack.
So McRae's going to be covering all of Bayless's parts, all that basic stuff. And if you're watching, Jake's over there. He's playing real loose and free. He's doing chicken picky stuff. He's doing, he's really just free to do what he wants in this part. That's kind of my takeaway. You know, in the general vicinity of G7. Yeah, that bass.
So this slacker fumbles to another day, but the way you measure things all depends on whether or not you're working for another man's ends.
It's you got to just really watch for it. This is one of those where I feel like everybody in the band should try to make eye contact, and just do it together. What kind of bass part is that? All right, so this is this freeform jam part he's talking about. It's 15 minutes. Let's just make sure there's no changes, and then we got to find this crazy chromatic thing he's talking about. So they're moving around. So still G mixo, right? Flat 7, root, 4, 5. Then he's going down to the 6th there. Get some scratchy stuff. We'll watch for a minute. One of the great things about doing something like this in G is that you can get all your harmonics on your G and your B string, and it's all going to be in key, because those are both chord tones in G, obviously. This is going to build. Let's go back. Let's see what he said again real quick. Oh, freeform jam. Then we'll land back on the verse, the ending chromatic lick, and then we're looking for that ending progression. Not hearing any key changes. So they're going deep. Yeah. I love all those. It like just. So they all looked at each other there. Let's see what this changes. So I don't know if this is a part he's talking about. I doubt it is, because this seems pretty clear. You're just walking down 7, 6, flat 6 root. Implies C7. Let's keep going. You know there's something crazy happening. He wouldn't write it if there wasn't.
Just a little
All right, so back into the verse. consonant or harmony. This is it. So it's a descending chromatic riff in a series of 3 that seems to be going over in fourths. Oh, phew. Let's see if they just go up. That it sounds like Bayless comes in and then like on the 1 and then Jake comes in on the second one, but then it's sets of 3. You know, here's what I'm getting from that. I'm getting sets of 3 descending chromatically, but then going up a fourth, you know. But he even says in here, there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to where they move it and how he says they basically started on the same thing, which it seems like it's on that A. So this is just going to be worked out. Because there is no point in me trying to figure out exactly what they do if they do it differently every night. And the band has probably learned it one way, or at least the bass player and the keys are probably holding something synonymous down, and then McRae's been going crazy over top of it. So this is not something where we're going to figure this out for note. But he does, I mean, that's the basic gist of it, right? But he does say there's a G, F, E, F progression at the end that they may or may not do. So let's see what that is. Let's see how they get to that again. So it sounds like G, F. It's actually C over E. So that's E in the bass, but it's a C major chord. So it's E first inversion. If you just went down to the E chord, whether it's major or minor, it doesn't seem to. I mean, minor works better because you get a G in it, which is the fifth of C, which is what I'm. The implication I'm hearing, but So that's what we're gonna do. So if the band doesn't, if it hasn't picked up on that, I'm gonna make sure they get that that little piece. And then obviously that is G mixo. That's 5 to a 4 to a 1 first inversion. And so, by the way, Bayless doesn't get enough credit. He's freaking shredding up here. So finger tapping G with an F in it, basically. You know, is what time it is. Doing those dyads going down in the key of C major, right? Because that's where we are. So no. Blah, blah, blah. Doing a quick little hybrid pick, you know. On the G string. Again, he says they move it, but now, again, with the power of just a quick little picture of where he's starting. Then, so maybe he's descending from B, so it's almost like you're going across. It's almost like you're just staying in pattern 1 here to get your G. 3rd to 2nd, right? 6 to 5, 2 to 1, 5 to. So it's pattern 3, but then a set of 4 at the end. Yeah, wild. Well, this should be a lot of fun. Obviously, we're going to have to put that together as a band today, all those crazy intricate parts. But the main basic theme is you have that make sure you get those stabs. That's 6 flat 7, and then you're pushing through flat 7 to 7 to root. And it sounds like it's a 5th in the bass, so basically an inverted power chord going up. And then it's that G7, sus on the C, back to G7 thing for the verse, and that little ba-da-da, ba-da-da. You got to get those staggered things. And then Jake is really freeform in there, actually doing a lot of like G7-ish chicken picking thing to kind of make that, you know, something different pop. Leaving lots of room for Stasek to do some really squirrely stuff on the bass, which is just very cool. That chromatic part does seem to be in unison, right? And you got to mind that jump, that. You know, then. Got to grab those. And then as far as the crazy stuff in there, we're going to have to figure that out together. It sounds like it's a descending chromatic lick in a series of 3, and we have to figure out how they move it. But it seems to go over a string, so go over in 4ths each time. And it does compensate for the 2nd string tuning. It does seem to jump up that 1 fret each time. So I'm hoping that is just something that moves around, and we say up a fret, up 2 frets, up, or go up in key, but keep that chromatic thing, and we can just kind of plan it out. And then when it comes time to get out of it, maybe we'll find some unison bend to go back in the verse, like he said. And then over that solo section, we just burn it in G mixo, and like he said, find a way to get out of it. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's Umphrey's McGee Slacker from 12/30/18. Again, super disappointed that live music and real life didn't really happen this summer. I was super stoked to see these guys at Pier 6 in Baltimore. But I'm real excited to be playing with Moody Moose to benefit the 8x10 tomorrow. So if you can, please tune in right here, this YouTube channel, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be accepting donations, which are going to be split between not just the band, but the venue too. So all the crew working, because we got to keep these venues going. We got to keep these bands going. Live music will return eventually, so let's support them. And thank you so much for liking and subscribing, dropping links and comments. And also, if you like the way I play, you like the way I teach, and you just want to support this channel, you want some extra motivation, inspiration to pick this thing up, I hope you'll consider clicking the first link in the description and joining me over at GuitarGate.com. Love to be your teacher, and yeah, there you have it. See you tomorrow at 5. Cheers.